kids killed kids. It's not fun. And so desensitize is what we have to do because that is our job. It's a job.
Against that wall with X on it, I'm going to have all my veterans. The other wall on this side, I'm going to have all my peace activists. The military brainwashes its soldiers.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I don't think the natural inclination for a human being is to want to kill another human being. There is a necessary requirement in the military to get you to perform a certain action. And in order for that action to occur, it is my theory that there is a part of changing the way that you think in order to take somebody from a human being and make it a target so that you can achieve a goal.
Everybody else, come on in.
They had asked, are the military desensitizing soldiers? Are they manipulating them mentally? And I would have walked over here.
I would have walked over here too.
Brainwashing has
is
Well, I don't know, man. It's just like I even watch like the advertisements for the military, and it just seems to me.
But the one thing you brought up was killing. It's no one wants to do it. I know I don't want to do it. I know I didn't want to do it.
So what flips you if you have to?
So yes,
kill?
you use the words desensitize.
Yeah.
We're desensitizing ourselves because we have to. We have to move on.
I just think that that's kind of my point, though. In order to get from that spot where you don't want to kill another human being to where you look at it as this is just my job.
But it's a choice.
Yeah, I know
it's
that.
not brainwashing. And really it just comes down to either that guy at the end of your muzzle or you.
Right.
And I want to come back home to my family.
War is a necessary evil.
Okay.
This is a tough one.
Yeah. I think that there's a point between a just war and an unjust war. There are certain wars that, maybe we shouldn't have gone into, like maybe we shouldn't have gone into Iraq.
Right.
Right? And then there's certain wars where World War II, where Hitler was advancing to Poland, I think that's definitely a just war to get into. I mean, he was trying to kill Jewish people.
Yeah, and in that case, you could call it a necessary evil. There is a time that necessary evil has to happen, and in that, you don't even maybe call it a necessary evil, it's just a necessity. The action itself has to take place.
Disagreeers, come in.
As long as we leave this on the table that war is a necessary evil, it really just excuses almost all, all wars. Because if it's what's excusable, right? When does it become necessary? If you really want to see a peaceful world, you have to just get rid of that.
Because the key word there is a necessary. Necessary, but I don't believe that. I don't believe it's necessary. That it's the only way for you to obtain your objective is war. That's the reason why.
I thought you were disagreeing with evil.
No. I mean, well. Yeah, war's not evil. I mean,
Not?
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's not. Have you ever had an argument, but you had good intentions?
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, to speak on the word evil, I don't really agree that war equals evil as well.
World peace is possible.
Oh, sure. Probable, maybe not. Possible, yes.
Yeah.
When you get humans together and find a way to find common ground, to find the similarities rather than the differences, that's when you have a possibility at peace. And I believe that it is something that is possible. On a grand scale, is it easy? Maybe not, but it is possible.
World peace? I want that to happen, of course. But it's so much easier said than done, I think, because just the way that we were taught.
We all want world peace, but let's say a culture in Africa thinks that genital mutilation is perfectly fine. Are we going to be perfectly fine with that? Are we going to be able to talk them out of it? I don't really think we are, because they have their own customs, their own culture. So the only way we can kind of get them to accept our culture is through some sort of violence.
That's dangerous. I do believe that the quantum of people that would prefer peace to conflict is growing, and that's what gives me hope.
I would die for world peace.
Yeah, of course.
So if it meant if I die, the world would be at peace, well, yeah.
Look, I've had some amazing adventures on planet Earth. I've had the greatest of friends, the greatest of family, seen the best concerts, seen some beautiful places. If it meant that happened for this place to be A-okay, groovy, do it right now. Like I had a good run. I got 35 years, that's more than a lot.
I've got more than twice those years, but more importantly, I have 2 grandchildren and a 3rd one on the way.
Yeah.
And really, I had to think about it. But if I could do that and bring them world peace, let alone all the Lexis and Charlies around the world, that's easy.
And like life is so beautiful, but for me, I believe there is a life after my life, and there are many lifetimes. Yeah, if I had to die for world peace, of course.
It's me versus 7 billion human beings.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not even a question.
Initially, when I heard the question, I thought, man, what a dumb question. And then, Steve, your answer actually really made me think, like, oh, wow, it actually elicited like a really beautiful response when you're talking about your grandchildren. You know, I'm like, I'll think a little bit more about this question. And I realized, you know what? If I say I'm willing to die for peace, well, gosh, when's the last time I did anything to actually promote peace? So I'd be like, wow, I'd be really full of shit if I had said that I would be willing to die for peace, but I wouldn't be able to even take the most basic steps towards actually contributing something to
But
a
those
more
basic
peaceful
those
world.
basic steps totally matter. But also living a life of purpose is a life that's lived moment to moment to moment. So simply you, by being you affect people. Like you see, I only met you for what, half an hour, 45 minutes. You got a good head on your shoulders, and wherever you go, you leave an imprint. That's true for all of us.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want to die, and I'd rather do those things. I'm in a peace group that has met every Friday morning since 9/11, 16 years, for 2 hours every Friday to work on these issues. So I think really, I sometimes say $1 a day and an hour a day.
I know someone who has died in combat.
Yeah, I know a lot of, I mean, not like tons of people, but it's, a dozen or so people. But my closest friend who was killed was, his name was Chris Domay, and he had a wife and kids. It was pretty sad.
I've deployed 7 times now, and I'm scheduled to go back out in March for my 8th back to Afghanistan. But I think there was probably 1 or 2 deployments where we didn't lose someone. So.
I don't know if it's appropriate. What taps into your courage to keep going back in the face of losing these guys?
Yeah, it's for me, it's not only just a job. When I say job, I think of family. I think of putting food on the table, roof over the head of my family, and then second to that, or pretty much tied for first, is the guys next to you. I went to high school out here in LA and really didn't have a future in college or anything, and we grew up poor and homeless at some points. But joined the military, wanted to serve my country and really just have something stable. And as it evolved, it was like this big family you're part of, and you're part of something that's bigger. And I don't mind deploying because I know I'm with family.
I think I'm blessed that I don't know anybody who's died in combat. So, I mean, yeah, I don't understand what you guys have been through, but I applaud you, all of you guys, for, like you said, putting food on the table. Because in my head, I was like, there's so many jobs out there. Why this one?
When you're a soldier, you're making a sacrifice. So thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, I think as Americans we appreciate anybody who makes a significant sacrifice. It's kind of the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah.
No kidding.
We're done? So this exceeded
Thank you
my
so much.
expectations.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks for your
Good luck to you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I so respect what you're doing.
Thank you.
Man, that was very affirming.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely
Amen.
contact you.
Thank you for checking out that video. Much appreciation. We get to do what we love because y'all watch our videos. So if you really love us, you'll continue to keep watching videos. There's more right here that you can check out. You probably haven't seen all of them. And if you really want to just commit to us, you can subscribe right here. I'll be around. I'll be at the end of some more videos, and I will keep in touch. Peace.